Welcome back, everybody. It is 2022. You see the name, you know who I am, you know what this is, and it is Queen's Realm Podcast Official Season 3, Episode 2. Now, if you ain't seen Episode 1, it's because you wasn't supposed to see it. It was audio only. You can go check for that on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, anywhere that they play podcasts. And that episode is called Is Your Love Unconditional? And it talks all about unconditional love. But I know you've seen this title. I know you've seen this title. Uh, and it is That's Cheating Part 2, Part 1 available on the YouTubes, on all of the other stuff I just named for the other one. Okay, you got me. Cool. We're here. Now, and that's cheating part 2. We're going to talk about the aftermath of cheating. In part 1, me and my special guest, Stacy, we talked about, do you need to have the same definitions of cheating, our definition of cheating, the types of cheating, this, that, and the third. But today, I'm going to talk with you. Okay, I'm going to talk with you about the aftermath of cheating and what cheating can do to you and has done to folk. Right. So, number one, let's just get right into it. Number one, for me, the main problem with the aftermath of cheating is, and I'm looking at my notes right here, is um, it's not that I no longer trust you, that I no longer just not trust you. It's now I don't trust myself because I trusted you. See, I trusted you and I thought that was a good idea, but you let me know that that wasn't a good idea. So now I'm badgering myself because I trusted you, and I'm like, why do that? What's wrong with me? I didn't see the signs. What's not clicking, Stephen? What did I didn't? What is it that I didn't notice? What is it that I didn't see? So that's another one. Because people don't realize, and I talked about this in trust issues again. Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Apple, trust issues. Me and my special guest, we talked about how when trust is broken, we have this thought where it's not only is it you, now it's you too. Like I can't, it went from you would never do that to you too. Like you're now lumped in with a group of people that I don't trust. And I never thought you would be somebody that I couldn't trust. Um, and I know it's unrealistic and even naive to think that people were never going to hurt you, people are never going to betray your trust and all of that. But when you get in a relationship with somebody, it's not even in your realm of thinking, hey, this person is going to betray me, this person is going to do whatever to me. You don't even have that thought. So when it happens, it's just like, now I have to rethink how I think because apparently I made an error. We make other people cheating on us our fault. We make it because we're trying to make sense of it. Because in the situation, it doesn't make sense as far as we're concerned. But y'all already know how I feel if you've watched any of my podcasts or if you've heard me talk about this on anything is don't cheat on me. Just leave me the fuck alone. That is that simple. It's really that simple. It's not complicated at all. Just leave me, moi, the fuck alone. That's it. Because why cheat on me? We can just go be with that other person full time, all the time. You don't have to sneak or nothing. You don't have to lie. You don't have to remember to lie. You don't have to feel guilty. Just go ahead, spread your pretty little wings, like Maxwell said. But I did do some research, like I always do. Y'all know I do research. And some scientific research. I looked in the medical journals and Psychology Today and lots of other places to see what are the physical and psychological, mental, emotional effects on your health and on you when you're cheated on. So a couple of things that came up were chronic anxiety, PTSD, depression, and of course, mistrust of others. Now, if you already have anxiety, I am someone who suffers. I won't even say suffers, but sometimes it feels like suffering with anxiety. So if you have already have anxiety and you get into a relationship, for me, when I feel like I can trust a person, I don't have any anxiety when it comes to them. But now, since I don't trust you, you're added to the list of things I'm anxious about. If I decide, excuse me, if I decide to stay with you or be with you after being cheated on, now it's like, are you gonna cheat on me again? Because now I have to go through the phase of trying to trust you again. It wasn't easy to trust the first time. Um, and then you get to worry about what people doing, where they at, where they're going. When you never had those thoughts before then. I never worried about if you said you was going here, that's where you actually were. If you on the phone, I don't care who you're talking to or what you're talking about. But now I'm side eyeing everything, and it's making me a bit paranoid and or anxious. PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. Some people cannot handle being betrayed well. Um, it causes literal heartbreak for some people. Like they have physical pain. Some people are traumatized, depending on the type of cheating, how long the cheating has been going on, whether somebody was in a whole other relationship or it's just one time. You never know how a person is going to react to being betrayed. And then the mistrust of others, of course, depression, of course, because you're sad now, like, and you start to beat yourself up and you think about everything you thought was true in your relationship. Now you think it's a lie. Um, but in psychological terms, they define, you see me glancing, I'm looking at my notes. They define cheating as rejection by infidelity. And rejection is a whole thing in itself that people have to deal with. It doesn't feel good. It hurts your self esteem. It hurts your ego. It hurts your pride. All full stuff. But it actually can physically like hurt you. Um, so you have rejection mixed with infidelity. Um, they describe it as being similar to withdrawal if you're addicted to drugs, because being in love produces oxytocin and dopamine, and when somebody cheats on you or betrays you, it interrupts that cycle. It interrupts those pathways and that thought process. So now you have the physical symptoms of withdrawal, like, oh, I found out so and so is cheating on me. Now I can't breathe. Shortness of breath. I feel sick to my stomach. Nausea. Some people get anxious and start sweating, get the sweats, and they toss and turn, or they stop eating. Um, they get malaise. Some people actually get like physically ill, all because somebody cheated on them and they were betrayed in that sense. So, um, um, and then there's some other things that can happen, like your personality changes because you've been cheated on. I know a lot of people try to act like that, when bad things happen to them, it doesn't change them in any way, or uh, it doesn't disrupt anything going on with them. But baby, it changes how you think. It changes how you look at people. Because if you have somebody that you thought you can trust, you thought was loyal, like I said previously, you go through all these thoughts like, what did I do? Where I didn't see it, notice it, where I didn't think you was a cheater, I didn't know you was a cheater, I didn't think you had it in you. So a lot of people become harder, they become more guarded, some of them become cheaters themselves because they feel like ain't nobody gonna be faithful. I thought this was gonna be the faithful one. They ain't faithful. And the more you get cheated on, the more some people, I'm not gonna say all, some people just get into the set of, I'm not gonna trust anybody. I'm not gonna let my guard down for anybody because I never thought this was the person. Especially when a relationship starts and you're not the one who initially wanted the relationship. In my instance, somebody pursued me relentlessly, and I guess I did not want to be in a relationship at that time. I just got out of one. Pursued me and just let me love you and this, that, and the third, all these things. And it sounded nice. I was like, you know what? I gotta trust again. Everybody's not like the person before, blah, blah, blah. And honey, when I tell you this person could have been a gold medalist in the cheating Olympics, because the way they cheated, honey, just back to back. I said, well, damn. Did you want to get with me just to cheat? Like, I'm fucking confused. Like, what was that even for? You did all that work for what? What was the point? What did you even want me for if you wanted Sue, Mary, Jane, Kelly, Brittany, Ashley, Tanisha? Like, what? What? For why? For why? What the people be saying? Motherfucker, for what? For what? Bitch, you what? Like, what? Make it make sense. And that's the problem. When we get cheated on, we try to make it make sense. When in my head and in my mind and how I think, there's never any excuse for cheating. I don't give a damn what that person did to you, how they're treating you. If you're that fucking unhappy, leave. Especially if y'all not married. I say this all the time. If you're not married, most of the time, y'all know it's free to leave, right? I'm just saying, I don't know if you knew that, but I know that. But it's free to leave. It's free to leave. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to be with that person. You know you don't have to, right? It's free to leave. Nobody told y'all that. It's free. It's free to leave. Okay. It's free to leave. It's free to leave. And it is a lot of reasons why people might give to cheat. They've been cheated on previously. They've always been a cheater. You just didn't know, or you did know, and you thought you would be the one to change them. They grew up in a dysfunctional home, or all they saw was cheating. They're running because they know they don't. They feel like they're not worth you. So instead of leaving you or breaking up with you, they do everything they can to try to get you to leave them or get you to leave them alone, or it's some type of coping mechanism for them. But still, ladies and gentlemen, none of these reasons are good enough reasons, as far as I'm concerned, to cheat. If you want to run from me, run. That's it. If you want to run from me, go ahead and run. Don't cheat. If you need a way to cope that includes another person besides me and we're in a relationship, and you need to cope that way, go cope with them and leave me the hell alone. Go cope, and I hope y'all all right over there. But as far as I'm concerned, leave me the fuck alone. Okay? All right. And then I have a list of things that I wrote down and I grabbed it from different places and different people. The things that happen or run through your mind when you get cheated on. Number one, of course, now you have trust issues. I don't trust you because I trusted you before, and I felt like there was a reason to trust you, and now I'm trying to find a reason to trust you. See, I just flipped. Comparison. The Bible says comparison is the thief of joy, because when you get cheated on, whether you want to or not, whether you feel like that person is worth staying with or whatever, you're going to compare. Sorry, I got to plug up now. You're going to compare yourself to the person that was the other person. And I know we tell y'all not to do that. We do it anyway. If you're unfortunate enough, and yes, I say unfortunate enough, to come across or know the person that your significant other cheated on you with, baby, listen, there's a whole set of composure that you think you got to have, because you don't know if that person knew you was together or not. So then you have to hold back sometimes from physical violence. And I never promote physical violence. We don't do that. But I'm just saying, the slap a whole hand be itching. You feel me? So yeah, the comparison thing. You look at that person and you feel like, what do they have that I don't have? What is it about them that was so alluring and so charming and so whatever that the person who said they would never hurt me forgot they loved me for a second, forgot they wanted to be with me, and forgot they promised to love, honor, and cherish and whatever if you were married, to be with this person. Like, am I that just whatever that you're willing to throw everything away that we have for this person? So that comparison thing really eats you up. There is the desire to seek revenge sometimes. Now, when I was younger, not proud of it, 18, 19 years old, 17, teenagers still really, and which is not an excuse, but I was cheated on. And once I found out, I didn't say anything. No, I didn't say nothing. I just cheated back. I just cheated back. And a lot of people have that mindset of, I'm going to get my lick back. Women, particularly, sometimes will try to get their lick back, and they don't need you to know that they got their lick back. They're satisfied in knowing, gotcha, bitch. And they're good. You know, very much, very reminiscent of The Best Man. Y'all seen that movie? Nobody knew. Nobody knew. But she was satisfied with what she had done because it made her feel better. But when women, because I can't speak for the men, when women, in my experience, and from conversations I've had with women and with myself, when women cheat for revenge, it's usually out of spite. They try to find somebody who, if you knew that they cheated with this person, it would hurt you. Because a lot of times women don't feel like men understand the pain that they're going through. There's no way to explain it. So we want you to go through it. But at the same time, we as women would feel comfortable knowing if you found out this, it will break your heart because you broke my heart. And I hope it hurts you. And that's the mindset that a lot of people have when they cheat for revenge or cheat to get back. It embitters you. Y'all know the root word of that is bitter. It makes you bitter. Some people get cheated on one time and feel like, fuck them, fuck men, fuck women. I don't want none of this no more. They all liars, cheaters, deceivers, whatever. And that's off one heartbreak. That's off one heartbreak. It is a fight not to become bitter because I've been cheated on multiple times. I was cheated on multiple times in my marriage. And it was a fight to not be like, I hate everybody. I hate men. I hate women. I've been cheated on by both sexes. And I just feel like I don't like none of y'all because all of y'all are liars. All of you are dogs. All of you this and the third. And that's not true. And it's a very hard fight not to become bitter. But being bitter is like a prison because you're just, to stay bitter and to be bitter, you have to keep replaying this situation over and over in your head. This is one of those times when the Tyler Perry movie be like, this is why you got to forgive people. It's not for them, it's for you. Because I'm not going to be bitter on account of nobody. I'm not about to give nobody the satisfaction of thinking you live in my head rent free. So no, I'm mad every day at the whole world because of what one person did to me. Nah, bruh. I'm not going to lump everybody in the same category because of what one person did to me. That's not fair. But it's easier said than done. I will tell you that. You can get turned off from relationships. You'll get turned off from relationships. You see how people act and you see how people treat you, and you be like, you know what? I'm just not going to do the relationship thing anymore because it doesn't work out. It always ends with me being heartbroken or cheated on, and then I don't want it no more. And then some people really do never get into relationships again because they feel like, what's the point? I laid it all out there. I did everything I was supposed to do, and I still got cheated on. When people become hard, I said this earlier, your heart is hardened. You're no longer empathetic. You're not sympathetic. You don't care about nobody and their feelings because you feel like I cared about this person or that person or persons this much, and they didn't give a damn about my feelings and my heart. So I don't give a damn about nobody else's. And it's just really, it's the difference between being protecting your heart and being guarded and then being hardened. Guard your heart above all else. However, um, hardening it is like, I'm not letting nobody else in. I'm not loving nobody else. I hear a lot of women say, and I've said it myself, admittedly, that I don't know how to love a little bit. So now I'm more cautious of who I allow myself to fall in love with. And yes, I said aloud, because at the end of the day, love is a choice because love is a verb. You can pretty much see, in my opinion, where things are going with somebody, and you can see if this has the potential to be love. And if you are the type of person that falls in love easily, it's certain things you shouldn't even be doing, certain people you shouldn't be talking to. That's a whole nother episode though. But it can bring out the best or the worst in you. You could take it as a learning experience and move on, but it takes a long time sometimes to get to that learning part. Um, the worst in you, we said that already, like it makes you bitter, makes you hard. Um, you're no longer, you're apathetic now, which is the opposite of empathetic. You don't give a damn about nothing. You don't feel anything. All the feelings are cut off, because when you have feelings, those are dangerous. And I've said that myself. You know, sometimes I don't like feelings, because if there's a potential for feelings, if there's a potential for positive feelings, and there's a potential for negative ones, and I don't like them negative ones. So I try not to put myself in situations where I think my heart gonna be broken down the line, or I'm gonna put myself in situations at all. You grapple with toxic emotions. Again, what I just said. You want to become toxic yourself sometimes. Like a lot of women and men, well, I'm gonna just be a savage now. I'm gonna just be a hoe. I'm not gonna care about nothing or nobody. I'm gonna just do whatever I want. I don't care who I hurt, how I hurt them. None of that. You want to be toxic. You want to play games. Uh, you want to do what you can, and people will try to do what you can and just move on about your day and about your business, because you don't want to have feelings. You're guarded and hard. Um, it makes you question your entire relationship. I said that too. Um, because every good memory, you think that was a lie. What was you cheating then? Was that a lie? Was that a lie? So everything, because of one lie that was told, you believe everything's a lie now. You think everything's a lie. Um, and some people just move on very quickly. Some are able to do that. Um, Most people can't, though. If they tell you that they can, they lied. It hurt. A lot of people are good at masking their pain or acting like things don't hurt. That shit hurts. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna cap. Um, when you find out something about somebody that you didn't think they were capable of doing, it's crazy. And like my girl, evangelist Janae Aiko says, I hope you are who you say you are. Because if you're not who I thought, it would break my heart. And then you feel like a fool because you believed, like I say all the time, in the representative. You believe that this person was who they said they were. You believe that this person was who they presented to you. And when you find out that that's not them, you question, if that wasn't you, if that wasn't how you really feel, if you really didn't love me, if you really didn't care about me, if you really had no intention of being loyal and faithful, then who did I share all of these memories with? Who was this person that I loved and made love to and kissed and hugged and said all these sweet things to? Who was this person? Who are you? And because I thought I knew you, it makes me question, did I know myself for real? If I thought that was really you. Um, but that that is just crazy. And this is why I always tell people, if you don't want to be with somebody, just leave. If you're unhappy and you don't want to fix a relationship, leave. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. It is easier to break up and get back together than it is to break up because you got caught in a lie. or to break up because you got caught cheating. You got caught cheating, or you told on yourself and can confess to cheating. And here's another thing. For me, it makes a difference if you confess versus being caught. And the timing of the confession matters as well. If you cheated on me on Saturday and you tell me on Saturday, I would be more inclined to try to work it out. But in the season of me, segue, because a girl about a month ago now, and that's crazy, 4 days from when this is being recorded right now, will be a month when I was in the ICU. I went into the ICU December 22nd. I have to do a story time about that later. But I almost died. By the grace of God and prayers from family and friends, I am still here, kicking, alive, and breathing. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't want to waste time with somebody for no reason. So with that being said, if you cheat on me, I'm probably out of there. I'm most likely out of there. Before I said, I might be able. I'm out of there. That's one of the things I can't do, won't do. Season of me. I'm not doing that. Because you could just leave me alone. Get out the way and let somebody else come in that's gonna love me for real. Who not gonna do what you do? I know people have these grandiose ideas of what it's gonna be like to be with certain people, and they don't want to let that go. You love how you're being treated, but it's something still missing. And I don't check all the boxes that need to be checked for you. Then leave me alone. Don't try to go get the 1 or 2 boxes that are unchecked with another person and then have me too. Baby, we're not doing that. This is not a puzzle piece. I'm not sent to complete you anyway. You're supposed to be whole when you come to me, period. That's 2 wholes. 2 wholes are better than 2 halves. That's all I'm saying. But cheating does some things to you. But the people who have been cheated on, I'm going to say this to you. I know it's easier said than done, and I know it's hard, especially if it's brand new or it just happened, you just found out. Don't let it dampen you too much. Don't let it make you bitter. Don't let it make you be like, oh, I'm never going to love again. I've said multiple times I don't want to be in love again, but it's because I'm terrified. I talk about that in therapy. I'm all for therapy. But don't be so scared of being loved the right way that you don't let somebody love you for real. Because the person that's going to love you for real ain't nothing like that person that hurt you, cheated on you, or betrayed you. But yeah, just don't let it. I like that word, embitter you. Don't live your whole life bitter. Don't be scared to let somebody love you. Don't be scared if somebody makes you feel things. Ooh, child, talk about it. If all the things are good that person is making you feel, don't run from it. Don't shy away from it. Just let it be. Some things ain't meant to be forever. Some things may just be coming to your life to teach you and show you how you should be treated. But don't be scared or so scared that you don't move at all. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But this has been Queen's Room Podcast. Again, welcome to 2022. Okay? It's the season of me. I'm going to tell y'all about some changes real quick. It's the season of me on Queen's Room. So, I may or may not have a guest. Most of the time it's going to be just me and you. Just me and you. Still free game. Still positive. Still love. Still light. Still me, queen. You know what I'm saying? Fresh retwist. Feeling queenly. You know what I'm saying? Crown together. Nails on deck. Mm-hmm. New tattoo. Wait, it ain't over there. New tattoos and everything. But We're going to get into the nitty gritty this season. I hope y'all ready. We're going to get in them hearts and heads and them minds, and we're going to get up all of them feelings on your business. It's going to get real adult. It's going to get real spicy. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. I love y'all. Again, this is Queen's Run Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you can listen to it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Opencast, anywhere that you can listen to a podcast. But again, I love y'all. Welcome to 2022, y'all.